Assalamu alaikum. Hi everyone. Today I have here a very basic but tasty chicken curry. Only a few ingredients and tastes amazing. So I've got two medium-sized chickens here that have been cut into small pieces. You can just use one medium chicken and half the rest of the ingredients. And I'm going to use a big pan, so that's ready. I'm gonna initially just wash the chicken and put it inside while I chop the onions and put them to fry. I'm not going to be using a lot of oil, maybe only enough so that the onions can cook in it. So because I've got two medium chickens, I'm using 4 onions. If you're using one chicken, just use 2 onions. So I'm just going to slice them as fine as I can and put them in the oil. I'm using mustard oil today, that's all I had with me, and I'm gonna fry them in the oil. The key in curry making is that the onions get cooked as much as possible, not browning them, not caramelizing them, but becoming very soft and almost melting. So before we add anything in here, onions need to be done. This is almost 2 bulbs of garlic and about 2-inch piece of ginger and 3 chillies that I'm just mashing up by hand. I'll add them later after the chicken. So onions are looking like this at the moment. All I'm adding in here is salt, and that is it. Salt encourages it to cook faster and evaporate the water. So at this stage, as you can see, this is cooking nicely but still not done, so I'm going to cook it further. It's not browned or anything. The yellowy colour is because of the mustard oil I used there. Now that the onions look like all their fluids have evaporated, they are ready for the chickens. So in goes the chicken along with the freshly hand ground garlic, ginger and chillies. From the point we put the chicken in to near enough the end, the heat must be on high and lid off. Spices I'm adding here for 2 chickens are 2 teaspoon paprika, 2 teaspoon coriander seeds that are crushed, 2 teaspoons chili powder and 1 teaspoon haldi, which is turmeric. At this point I'm going to add half a tin of chopped tomatoes. You can add 2 fresh tomatoes at this point. I'm only using half a tin for 2 chickens, so if it was 1 chicken I'd only use maybe 3 tablespoons. Also at this point you can see the bones are releasing their like blood from them, so that means it's still got a while to cook yet. Heat is still on high, and I'm just going to mix it from time to time and add in, if it starts sticking at the bottom, I'll just add like a few drops of water. That's it, just a splash here and there. But the bones have stopped leaking blood now, so that means it's ready almost. So I'm going to turn the heat down and leave it on a low flame whilst I get the coriander ready. Now why we don't put the lid on, why I don't put the lid on, is because the chicken releases so much fluid and if the lid is on, it's gonna evaporate very slowly, and the chicken will cook and fall off the bone and almost melt away, and the fluid will still be there. So that is the reason why I don't put the lid on. Now at this stage you can see it's beautifully looking very tasty, and this is almost ready, so we can turn the gas off there and have it like that. But it's slightly dry, so my children prefer it with a bit of gravy. So I'm just gonna add in about half a cup of water, and that is it. I'm not gonna make it very runny, just like half a cup, just so that they can eat it happily. They find this a bit too dry. So this is still very tasty though, and lots of people will like it like this, with a yogurt dip or chutney or something. But I'm just gonna add the coriander, and then just gonna add a little bit of water, let it cook a bit further. The water that I'm gonna add is going to be boiled, freshly boiled, so it's gonna be very hot water. I'm just gonna leave it on a low gas with the lid on after I put the water in for about 5-6 minutes, and then we'll come back to it. After adding the water, I left it a bit longer, so after 10 minutes this is what it looks like on a very low heat, and this is ready to be served. This is a very basic yet tasty curry. You can make it in about half an hour. I hope you enjoyed the video. Do try it out, and hope to see you again with another recipe soon.